What's going on, guys? It's Vandalgion here, and Ash's Pikachu has gone through a lot of different things. It's a lot of different forms, like his hats, he's been everywhere, but there's a lot of things I haven't seen about his level. Like, what level is he? Is he level 100? Is he level 1000? Is he level 5? And it seems like it's all over the place all the time. So, today I'm going to go over what level I think Ash's Pikachu is. And if you think differently, you can let me know. And without further ado, let's get into it. So episode 1, obviously, he's gonna get his Pikachu. He doesn't like him very much, we all know that. And then the first Pokemon he beats is a level 5 Spearow. And I'm just going based off of, like, he's the leader Spearow, so obviously he's gonna be level 5. And Pikachu would gain 41 XP. Later in the episode, Pikachu defeats about 40 Spearow, which is actually insane. Which I counted 40, not from this picture, but there's another picture where it shows Ash's hands just out in the open and he's ready to take on a bunch of Spearow. I counted like 40. And I just rounded up all of them to level 4 instead of a bunch of them being like level 2 through 4 or something ridiculous. And Pikachu would gain a 1320 XP and go from level 5 all the way to level 11, which will explain why he's so strong in the beginning. Then he also gets quick attack, but he doesn't really use it until way later. So, episode 2, he fights Team Rocket, which I made their levels 14 because in yellow version that's what level they're all found at. And Pikachu would gain 666 experience, which is hilarious. And Meowth and Wheezing, Ekans and Coughing are both calculated as an owned Pokemon, whereas Meowth is calculated as a wild Pokemon because in a later episode in Kalos, Pikachu almost captures Meowth, and obviously you can't catch another person's Pokemon. So I'm going with that. Episode 3, Pikachu doesn't beat anything, but Ash does catch a Caterpie and a Pidgeotto. Episode 4, Pikachu defeats a Beedrill at level 10. I'm just putting it at level 10 for simplicity. I doubt that the Beedrill is going out and doing battles and gaining a bunch of EXP. So Pikachu would gain 227 XP, and he also goes to level 13. Also, I couldn't find an image of Pikachu defeating Beedrill. Also, if you're wondering where I got all these EXP calculations, I'll leave all the links in the description below so you can get an understanding on where I got all these numbers from. Episode 5, Pikachu does defeat Geodude in the second round against Brock. But I'm not counting Onix because Onix didn't faint and he was still ready to battle even after he was down after the water sprinkler. Episode 6, we see Pikachu defeating, it looks like 8 Zubats, but Brock does catch one, so I'm not including the EXP from that one to Pikachu. And I just rounded them all up to level 10 because Zubats can be from level, like, I want to say 7 to like 12. So level 10 seems to be a nice even ground, and it makes everything just more simple. So Pikachu would gain 490 for all of those, and he also goes to level 14. Episode 7, Pikachu defeats Meowth, and he gets 138 XP. And there's a lot of episodes where he just defeats Meowth, so it's kind of annoying to just calculate 138 XP. Pikachu doesn't defeat anything in episode 8. Episode 9, Pikachu does defeat a Cubone, and I made Cubone's calculations level 20 because the trainer says that she's the equivalent of someone with 2 badges, so I think level 20 seems to be a nice round number for her. So episodes 10, 11, 12, and 13, Pikachu actually doesn't defeat anything, which was kind of surprising because I thought Pikachu was used a lot earlier in the anime to defeat a lot of Pokemon. But if he battles it and catches it, then I'm not considering that as a experience gain because in the early gens that's not how it worked. So at this point, Ash has Pikachu, Pidgeotto, Butterfree, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, and a little Krabby Boy. So in episode 14, Pikachu defeats Raichu on the second round. And I made it level 28 because in the games he is level 28. So Pikachu would gain 1308 experience points. Pikachu would also go to level 15 and learns Double Team at level 15, but to my knowledge Pikachu doesn't use Double Team unless he does use it and it's like a translation error from like agility or something. But this is where things kind of get crazy because of agility. So I have a theory that Pikachu could have one of 3 different levels, which is kind of annoying, especially for this video. So level 15, that would be based on what he's at right now, just going on. Pikachu being at level 5, Pikachu gaining XP as far as he's done so far. And the other one is Pikachu having agility when he's in Lieutenant Surge's gym. So if he just randomly learned it at that gym, and Pikachu gained the same amount of experience he did the rest of the time he was with Ash, and Ash would have got Pikachu at level 31, which is insane and explains why he's so strong compared to everybody else. Also, I'd have to do more experience calculations because Ekans has Acid, which he doesn't learn until level 38, so that means he at least has to be level 38, and Coughing has Smokescreen, which he learns at level 37, which makes him at least 37 because they aren't beating any Pokemon the entire time they're in the anime. They beat like 1 or 2 Pokemon the entire time. And then Meowth also has Fury Swipes, which he doesn't get to level 33, so what the heck. So here are the 3 Pikachu split levels I have. We have the base Pikachu, that is just, everything's vanilla, he's level 5, doing all that crazy stuff. Then we have the Team Rocket Pikachu, which is going to be Pikachu TR, which is Pikachu, but Team Rocket's Pokemon are all at the higher level, which would make sense because they were actually a threat before they met Ash and Pikachu, so it makes a lot of sense to me. And then we also have the Agility plus Team Rocket. Now I could have just did an Agility by itself, but I feel like with plus Team Rocket we're giving this Pikachu everything, like the max level he could possibly be. So 15, 16, 17, 18, Pikachu does not defeat any Pokemon. Episode 19, he does defeat 5 Tentacool from what I could see. I'm just going to make him all level 15, so I'm just lowballing that. And the base Pikachu would grow to 16, the Team Rocket Pikachu would grow to 19. And the Agility Pikachu, he's not going to be shown for now, unless he's going to gain a level. Or if his experience is different from the base or Team Rocket Pikachu. Episode 22, 23, and 24, Pikachu has no defeats, but I did miss an episode where Pikachu does defeat Meowth during Bye Bye Butterfree, so he gained 138 more XP, which was calculated. I just forgot to show an image. In episode 25, Pikachu actually defeats Ekans, Coughing, and Meowth. He doesn't defeat Primate, believe it or not. And base Pikachu would gain 666 XP and grow to level 18, while TR Pikachu gains 1732 XP and grows to level 20. Episode 26 and 27, Pikachu doesn't defeat any more Pokemon. Episode 28, Pikachu defeats Ekans and Coughing in a battle with Geodude and Vulpix, so Pikachu would gain split XP, giving him 175 and 468 respectively. And the TR Pikachu will grow to level 21, while the Agility Pikachu grows to level 33. Episode 9, we have no defeats again. Episode 30, Pikachu does defeat a Grimer at level 33 because that's what level he's found out in the power plant. Or is that, I can't remember if I made that the power plant or the Cinnabar Island, but regardless it was level 33. And I didn't count Muck because Ash does catch the Muck, and I'm not considering that EXP gained from that part of the level up because it's the old games. Episode 31 to 36, Pikachu doesn't defeat anything, but Ekans and Coughing do evolve in episode 31, and so now their levels are 39 and 38. Pikachu doesn't get any more defeats from 38 to 43, but I did miss the Ditto episode on here, again missing another episode, but he only defeats Meowth, so that's fine. Just another 138 XP that was added on. Now we have episode 44, where Pikachu technically does defeat a Paris by barely shocking it, so I guess it counts. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 280 XP, and since Paris only needed one level to evolve, I just made it level 23 because it makes the most logical sense why it would evolve so quickly. Episode 45 and 46, Pikachu ain't got nothing, no battles. Episode 47, Pikachu and Squirtle knock out a Dodrio that has its neck tied, so that was interesting. Already hitting a Manwise down. So split experience, it gives him 741, which is kind of a lot, honestly. And the Team Rocket Pikachu will gain 22, well, grow to level 22. So episode 48, they're against Pikachu beats Jezebel's Vileplume. It's level 21, and Pikachu will gain 414 XP. And I'm putting it at 21 because I seriously doubt this lady's going out and battling and leveling up her Vileplume at all. So we skip a few episodes because Pikachu didn't defeat anything. But now we're at episode 50, and Pikachu defeats Arbok and Weezing in that big scuffle. I'm not counting anybody else because the entire battle was more like everyone just tossing, like tackling each other for the egg to get in each other's possession. So I'm not counting that as like an actual battle because no one actually used any moves other than tackle, which I guess you could count, but I'm not going to count it here because Pikachu is the only one that actually did an actual damaging move. So Pikachu defeated Arbok and Weezing, and then he actually defeats Meowth not once but twice in this episode, when he defeats both Arbok and Weezing, and then later in the tournament where Meowth somehow makes it to the finals. So base Pikachu would go to level 22, the Team Rocket Pikachu would go to level 24, and then the Agility Pikachu would go to level 35. So a lot of stuff going on. And we skip another episode because Pikachu didn't defeat anything. We get to episode 52, which is where things get a little crazy, because Misty Bar is Pikachu, so technically Pikachu would gain EXP, like the boosted EXP, and you might say, well, Pikachu wasn't traded. But I also have the argument of when the guy in Gold, Silver, and Crystal gives you his Shucky to watch for a little bit, it still gains boosted XP, and you did not trade for that. And you have to get, and obviously you can give it back or you can keep it, but no matter what, it still gains boosted XP. So Pikachu defeats an Arbok, well, defeats Team Rocket's Arbok, Weezing, and Meowth twice, and then a random Fearow is the only other Pokemon we see. So Pikachu could have battled more or less, we don't really know. But altogether, Pikachu would gain 4,411 XP for the base Pikachu, and then 5611 for the Team Rocket and Agility Pikachu. And all of them grow a level, to 24, 27, and 36 respectively, which is kind of crazy. So there's another episode where Pikachu doesn't get any defeats, but now we're at episode 54, where I counted 14 Growliths. Altogether, I've counted 14. I don't know if I overcounted or undercounted, but I put them all at level 30. It seems like that honestly seems like the perfect number. They all know takedown. Excuse me. And it just seemed like the best calculation to make them all level 30. So Pikachu would gain 8190 XP, all of them would. And they would all gain a level from level 28, 30, and 38, respectively. Which that's probably the most XP Pikachu's going to get in the entire series. At least so far that I know of. So we skip a few more episodes and Pikachu doesn't have any defeats, but he defeats Butch and Cassidy's Raticate, which honestly, I didn't know where to put this Pokemon at in level, so I just made it level 20, just for simplicity. So Pikachu would gain 496 XP everywhere. And No, nobody grew a level here. I was thinking somebody grew a level. Alright, so we skip. Actually, no, we don't skip any more episodes. So we're at episode 58, and Pikachu battles and wins against Blaine's Rhydon, which I made at level 42 just to make everything simple. Level 40s for the 7th gym leader sounds pretty basic. So Pikachu defeats the Rhydon and would gain 1530 on all of the categories. And then Pikachu would grow to level 30, or no, he would grow to level 29, sorry, and then the other one would grow to level 39. So we skipped a few episodes of Pikachu not defeating anything once again. And Pikachu would defeat Arbok with the help of Dugong, so he would get split XP. So Pikachu would gain 369 XP and grow to level 29. And then the other Pikachu would gain 655 and grow to level 31. We skip another episode of Pikachu not defeating anything once again. And this episode's a little crazy because this is split between 4 different Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Pidgeotto, between Rhydon, Kingler, Machamp, Arbok, and Weezing. And I made Rhydon, Kingler, and Machamp level 50 because they're all Giovanni's Pokemon. They're all going to be really strong. They're going to be way stronger than Arbok and Weezing. So after all that, the base Pikachu would gain 2028 XP. The Team Rocket Pikachu would gain 2189 XP, 98 XP, sorry, and grow to level 31. And Agility Pikachu doesn't get any levels. Alright, so now we're at episode 75, skipping a few more episodes of Pikachu not defeating anything. And I made this Marowak level 33. So he gets Focus Energy at level 3 as a Marowak. And I seriously doubt that he had it as a Cubone, because I think it learns Focus Energy like earlier as a Cubone. It was something crazy, I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. But I made it level 33 just for simplicity. I probably could have made it level 40, but 33 sounded good for right now. And we never even see this guy again. His Marowak lost to Pikachu's Thunder Shock. I mean, it can't be that strong. So Pikachu would gain 786 everywhere, and nobody gains a level. Alright, so now we skip a couple more episodes, and Pikachu goes against an Arcanine, and I'm making every Pokemon that is battleable in the Pokemon League at level 50. It makes the most logical sense to me, because when you play the games, the Pokemon are in the 50s, and I think just base level 50 is fine. And Pikachu defeats Arcanine by itself, so it would gain 2077 XP, and 2 of them grow a level 31 and level 32, and the last one grows level 40. Skipping a few more episodes, we get to episode 80, and Pikachu splits EXP with Pikachu splits EXP with Richie's Pikachu for Arbok, and they each gain, well, Pikachu would gain 369 XP for the base, and then the Team Rocket Pikachu gains 655. So now we go to episode 81, where Pikachu's super tired, but he knocks out Meowth twice from them trying to constantly interrupt them from getting to the stadium. And Butterfree once, which I made him level 50, because you know, I'm going to make all League Pokemon level 50, even though I definitely don't think that Richie's Butterfree's level 50. So Pikachu would gain 28 XP, and the Team Rocket and Agility Pikachu would gain 2502 XP, and the Team Rocket Pikachu would gain to level 33. So now we're done with the league, and we're at episode 83, and Pikachu defeats the Fearow, which I guess technically I could have made it to where he splits it with Pidgeot, but I guess I went ahead and just not did that, so we can count that as a mistake on my part. So Pikachu gains 996 XP around the board, and the base Pikachu grows level 32, and the anything goes. Oh my goodness, the Agility Pikachu goes level 41, So now we're at episode 84, and Weezing's the one that gets taken out this time. And he split with Geodude, so Pikachu gains 648 XP, and the Team Rocket Pikachu gains 703. And the base Pikachu also grows to level 32. So now we're at episode 86, and these Pokemon I had no idea how I was going to calculate. So I just made them all level 25, and Tracy says they don't look very good, so I'm assuming they're just malnourished or something, I have no idea. So I just made them all level 25, so they're all very weak compared to Pikachu right now, and it would make sense why Pikachu could one-shot all of them with the Thunder. So Pikachu would gain 2010 XP, and grow to level 32, and grow to level 35, and then the last one's still level 41. So now we're at episode 87, and the only defeat Pikachu has is Meowth. So that's 138 XP and 325 XP. And Pikachu grows to level 35. Alright, and now episode 88, we have Drowsy, and this was actually a nightmare because I'm pretty sure more than 5 Pokemon were battling this thing at once. There was Togepi, Victory Bell, Lickitung, Arbok, Weezing, Pikachu. I don't remember if I said Togepi or not, but yeah, there was like, okay, I guess yeah, 5 other Pokemon. Pikachu gained 181 XP for that. So yeah, that was a kind of weird battle to try and calculate. So we got episode 89, where Pikachu defeats Victory Bell, Arbok, and Meowth. I can't remember the reason why I made Victory Bell level 38. I think it was just to even out the levels between Arbok and Weezing. So Pikachu would gain 1336 XP, and the Team Rocket Pikachu would gain 3434 XP, and each Pikachu grows a level to 33, 36, and 42. So now we have episode 92, where Pikachu just defeats Meowth once again. Excellent. So we're at episode 97, and Pikachu defeats Meowth, Arbok, and Victory Bell. None of the Pikachus grow a level, but they are split. The experience points are split between Ghastly and Haunter because they also battled them. So now we're at the big 100. Pikachu defeats Meowth, Arbok, and Weezing, and they're all split between Scyther and Charizard. So they gain 716 XP and 1013 XP respectively, and nobody gains a level. I did make a mistake before this, and did the wrong episodes at the time. But I'm combining both episode 102 and 103 because the only defeats Pikachu has in these 2 episodes is Meowth. So, yeah. And Pikachu defeats, I'm pretty sure Pikachu defeats Meowth with another Pokemon, but I can't remember off the top of my head, so maybe I should have included that. But that's okay. So, the only Pikachu that grows a level is the Team Rocket Pikachu, and it grows to level 37. Now we're at episode 106, and Pikachu and Meowth both defeat a Rhydon. And Pikachu gains 510 XP all around, grows to level 34 for the base Pikachu, and grows to level 43 for the Agility Pikachu. Now we're at episode 108, missing a lot of episodes again for Pikachu not defeating anything. And Pikachu defeats Meowth, Arbok, and Weezing, and gains 2174 XP and 3044 XP respectively. And one Pikachu grows, the Team Rocket Pikachu grows to level 38, and the Agility Pikachu grows to level 43. So now we're episode 110, and I made the gym leaders Marowak and Alakazam level 50. It just makes sense to me, it makes it simple, and I'm sure their Pokemon are stronger than the people that are participating in the Pokemon League. So Pikachu and Charizard get split XP, and they gain 1629 XP for every Pikachu. No one gains the level as well. So now we're at episode 112, where Pikachu just beats Arbok and gains 739 and 1602, and the Agility Pikachu grows level 44. Now we're at episode 113, and Pikachu's only defeat in this battle is a Ditto at level 50. Now I just made it level 50 because this guy's the champion, and I'm sure he's probably got the strongest Pokemon in the Orange League. So Pikachu would gain 652 XP and doesn't gain a level. And then episode 114, Pikachu goes against Dragonite, and I made it level 60 because he learns Hyper Beam at level 60. He could also get it by TM, but I'm making this Dragonite as strong as I think he could possibly be, and level 60 seems about right. So Pikachu would gain 2802 XP, and the base Pikachu grows to level 35, and the Team Rocket Pikachu grows to level 39. And you could go with the argument, well, Charizard battled Dragonite as well, but Charizard fainted, so he's not getting it. Fainted Pokemon don't get XP, so he's out of the question. Alright, and this is the actual last episode that Pikachu battles. So Pikachu gains 739 XP, and the Team Rocket Pikachu gains 1311 XP and grows to level 39. Their only defeat is Arbok. So that was all the battles of all the levels of Pikachu at the end. So we have base Pikachu at level 35, the Team Rocket Pikachu at level 39, and the Agility Pikachu at level 44. The one that makes the most sense to me, honestly, would be the Team Rocket Pikachu, because Pikachu is still found at level 5, but it would make sense for Pikachu to take down the bigger threat in Team Rocket at the beginning, when they were known to be criminals, and honestly the only time they were known in Viridian City. Whereas the Pikachu with the agility, I just can't see Ash having getting a starter Pokemon at level 31. It just seems too crazy to me. And believe it or not, Pikachu actually, I figured he'd be higher leveled than this, but Ash really doesn't use Pikachu as much as I thought he did in the early seasons. So anyways, I'll let you decide what Pikachu we want to use for the Johto series, which might take a little bit of time to come out because this video took me a very long time to do all the calculations. It took me like maybe 2 months to try and do, so it was a crazy video to try to do. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.